just be courteous, you know, help out the elderly. Everybody, like somebody drops something, go up and help them out.
Going to the hospital, helping the elderly, helping old people and kids and stuff, and your parents around the house.
People opening doors for people, just being nice. Like working on the pier, everyone like will give you kids the spare tickets.
And you don't really need money or anything like in return. Thanks is good enough.
We can help people with everyday things.
See a homeless guy sitting on the street, throw a quarter, you have change. It's a nice thing to do.
Be friendly. Say hello to someone every day.
Being kind can help someone. Recycling can help our earth. Just the little things.
Pick up the trash after ourselves instead of littering and polluting.
Protecting the environment.
Cleaning up is like a big thing, like not polluting, not like throwing trash just anywhere.
I hate the fact that we always cut down the rainforest just for more houses.
Help out around your community and help with the environment, and just, you know, if anyone's in trouble, let somebody know, like help them out.
You see somebody struggling, then just help them out with, like, no matter even if they ask you for help or not.
If someone's having a bad day, you give them a hug or something like that. It's so little, but it could change someone's day.
If your heart starts with something small, it's gonna build up, and if you start doing like little things, then you're gonna start with bigger things, and that's gonna help the world more.
Mother Teresa said, if you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one.
What are some things that you can think of that you can do every day which can make a big difference?
Like some of the teens were saying on the street, like when you smile at someone and say hello with their name, it really cheers someone up, like I've done it in the past.
Even including people in conversations can help people. Like I know I was at a party one time and there was this girl sitting by herself, and I kind of like included her in the conversation, and it wasn't really a big deal to me, but like to her it was. And her mom actually called my mom the next day, like to tell her that it really made a difference to her.
And even like donating at your local charities or something like that. Like I know me and my friends, we went caroling one time, and we didn't expect to earn money, but we did, and we wanted to do something like good with it. So we brought it to the animal shelter, and we got our picture in the newspaper, and more people found out about the animal shelter and started donating.
I volunteered last semester at Marie Katzenbach School for the Deaf. One of the kids from college who take sign language, and we were supposed to help out at a field day with the kids from grades kindergarten to 5th, and we were all nervous, trying not to mess up with these kids, and then we got to our section, and we were stumbling over our words, and one of the boys came up and said, "I'll help you," as I say in sign language, and just a simple gesture, like, you know, changed our perspective.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the small things are definitely the most important, because you never know when someone has a bad day what your act of kindness could do for them.
And I always like, when I'm leaving somewhere, if I'm leaving the mall or something, I always like to hold the door open for the person behind me, because a little random act of kindness can really make someone's day, maybe even change their life.
What might happen if you paid for the person in line behind you at the coffee shop or at a toll booth?
Or do a chore for a family member without being asked.
Or put money in someone's parking meter.
Or left a note of encouragement in someone's locker. Or maybe send a card to someone who could use some cheering up.
Maybe even praying for a friend who was hurting.
We can only imagine.
We may never know the impact.
But one thing is for sure, only good can come from it.
Can little things like this strengthen our relationship with God?
That's what we asked the teens on the street.
Let's check it out.
Does God cherish those little things that you do for other people instead of being self-centered? It shows that you care for other people besides yourself.
If you do good things to people, that will bring you more closer to Him.
Because God cares about everyone, and if you help the people that God cares about, you're really helping Him.
If you do something good, then it's basically like a gift to heaven.
It gives you more kindness and more warmth in your heart, and helps you lead towards God, who's full of like warmth and love.
Random acts of kindness are supposed to strengthen your relationship with God by like just doing something good for another person is helping yourself be good.
Isn't the message to love one another? So I guess to help others, it shows your love for them.
What else can our faith teach us about how little things can make a major impact?
Next, Marie tells us about how the Bible story of David and Goliath inspires her on this topic.
I think quite literally the story of David and Goliath is how little things can make a big difference, because a small boy to defeat a giant that big was unheard of, but he did it anyway through his faith. And I think that everyone, no matter how small they feel, or how small the deed is, they can do good through their faith, so long as they believe. People who don't believe that little things can make a big difference just need to take a look around, because it's all around us. There are little miracles happening every day. Everyone has the choice to make a difference in someone else's life. Jesus did a lot of teachings on humility for a reason. He teaches not to do some charitable deed for the attention or for the spotlight. Do it for yourself and for God. God sent his only son to die on the cross for us. At the time, Jesus in the flesh, he was a man, and he was crucified like so many people of the time to the crowd. He was just another man that was crucified, but his death saved the entire world. That's truly amazing. Although Jesus' death was only one event, it changed the entire world for the better, allowed man to go to heaven. And I think that it's kind of similar to when you throw a pebble in the water. It's just one tiny pebble, but all these ripples come all the way out to the edges of the water, and it's a beautiful thing.
How do you think doing little things for others can help you grow closer to God?
And how does your faith speak to you on this topic?
I know that Jesus said to his apostles that whatever you do to someone else, you're doing it for me. So when I do something as small as, like, a smile towards someone else, I'm also doing it for Jesus.
And I think like treating others the way you want to be treated, like the golden rule, because you would want someone to do the same for you, so you should do that for other people.
Also just like helping each other out. I think that he teaches us that we really, like, we're all in this together, we're all in the world together, so help each other out.
And I know for me, like each night I'll start out with like a simple prayer, and then the following night I'll build on. And it helps me grow closer to God. It helps me like ease any worries I have.
I know that camp I go to, it's an experience. And one time, Dr. Michael Fallon, inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, came in, and he touched the hearts of everybody in the audience, about 150 kids, 150 people. And his words of just talking about equality and acceptance were so poignant to all of us, and it just brought us all together. It brought us all closer to God.
Colossians chapter 3 speaks to us on this topic.
Put on then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved,
heartfelt compassion,
kindness, humility,
gentleness, and patience,
bearing with one another,
and forgiving one another,
as the Lord has forgiven you.
So must you also do.
And over all of these, put on love, that is the bond of perfection.
And let the peace of Christ control your hearts,
the peace into which you are also called in one body.
What's a little thing that has made a big difference to you?
We'd love to hear your story. Contact us through our website.
The address is www.RealfaithTV.com.
Or you can call us at 609-406-7402.
And we'll leave you today with this final prayer.
Lord, help us to have the courage to make a difference in this world.
Allow us to use our God-given gifts and talents to make things better for others.
And to be a witness to your love in both large and small situations.
And remember these inspiring words from Mother Teresa.
In this life, we cannot do great things.
We can only do small things with great love.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time on
Real Faith TV.
God bless.